Okay, let's start. You start it.
Are we talking about just what happened this week?
What do you want to start there? Is that the start for this week? To start with sadness?
I was just crying all day yesterday.
No.
And normally, so I've seen dead animals before, you know?
Oh,
I've had,
Chris.
chickens die and other kind of animals or whatever. But for some reason in my backyard, a mother bunny came in and had her babies in our backyard that I was completely unaware of. Because it's not like a crazy big backyard, but it's big enough where they could be in the corner and you can't see it. And I have 5 dogs. Wait. Yeah, 5 dogs.
Yeah. I could have 2.
And 2 of them found the little bunny nest.
Who?
One of them murdered one of them and brought it to my feet. And then within 1 minute after me already crying, being like, get a fresh baby, like maybe 2 days old, this little bunny. And just this little fetus, beautiful. I mean, and then this other one, Debbie brings it. Rupert brought the dead one. Debbie brings this other one that's writhing in pain because she had like not yet killed. So he just like moving around and I'm just there, a dead bunny, almost dead bunny, little. And I was just like, and I'm trying to keep the dogs away. I'm like, get away, you monsters. Like,
literally.
And then I'm yelling for Caleb because I'm like, I can't pick him up. Like, I guess I pick him. And then, so he comes outside and he grew up on a farm.
He's a man.
He's seen it all,
Yep.
So he's just like, and he picks him up and then, puts him out of his misery. I've been thinking about it for the past 24 hours and it's plaguing me. Had dreams about it. Anyway.
Oh, dude.
Welcome to the episode.
Welcome to the episode. I've lived that. Dude, Max, my old dog, my big dog, got one of those in our backyard. Didn't know bunnies could scream. The bunny screamed and then all I heard was like a pop noise when its neck broke.
Yeah, it goes, and that's what I heard. I was like, what? And I was just like reading a book on my little thing in the backyard and then I just looked down and it's just... Anyway, what's your funny story? Can we segue, please?
This is so gross compared to your story.
Oh, it's fine.
Rest in peace to the rabbits. A little prayer.
Yeah, it's all right. Good thing
May
they procreate.
Run
Yeah,
so
they
fast.
procreate like 1,000 times a year.
What'd you do with the rest of them?
We tried to find them. Like there was like a little hole, and then they had hair, but it looked like there was no other ones in there. So
maybe they ate them whole. Sorry, I put that in your head.
I don't know.
Gosh, we have such opposite lives this week.
Lift me up.
Okay, so
rise me up like Josh Groban.
Adam wants to put an orchard in. Okay. He wants to put an orchard in, which is fun. So there was this place, and it's a tree farm where they sell the trees, and they were having a tasting of all the different kind of fruits that you could have. Okay. Yep. So Adam had always wanted a freaking pawpaws tree. We had one at our old house, but we never got any of the pawpaws fruit. I'm pretty sure it's called a pawpaw. I don't know.
How's that?
We're gonna get there. Okay. So we go. I'm testing everything. This is not even to mention, I'm pretty sure it's like they're Mennonites, you know what I mean? So I'm testing pears, I'm testing apples and all these things. And then we see like, oh my God, you can try the pawpaws. You can try it. Adam's so excited. He's never had one in the whole life. We see people standing around. They're like, it's really good. It's like custardy. Put it in my mouth. Look around without even thinking. And I'm going to say it in a nice way that's podcast friendly.
Okay.
But I just go, this tastes like man juice, doesn't it?
Oh, no.
Perfectly, like to the T, like every hint. Like if you were to swirl around a wine glass and be like, what? Man juice. And I'm just
salty
there.
And like,
dude, straight up, the same flavor, the same essence. And I'm looking at everyone and Adam's just like, and then I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, these Mennonite women, like maybe they've never done that. Maybe they don't know. And other people there, like people just walk away because they're gonna die. But I could not say it out loud. It's like I didn't think. There was nothing there. There was nothing that stopped me. I just said it.
It's okay. I would expect nothing less from you. I also wish I was there because you wouldn't even have to say it. We would just be like this.
I think it's Papa's. I better have had that right. I don't know. He was so excited to try it, and I've never seen a man like he tried to grow this at our house for 5 years, and it never produced fruit. And he's planted them all around the property, and he's just like, oh my gosh! And he just like he puts it in his mouth, and he's like,
so he really
that's
likes
not right.
He really likes that.
No, he thought it was fucking disgusting. He thought it was gross, and I don't even think he. I don't know what. I didn't ask him, but he was like, that was gross, right? And I'm like,
now you know.
welcome to wife life.
Have you ever asked if he's tried?
You know what? I can't believe I haven't asked that.
What, really?
Next episode, I'll get back to you guys and let you know about him. He had to have, though.
I haven't. Caleb was like, that's disgusting. He was like disgusted with me. I'm like, I'm just asking.
But wait, does that mean you have then? Because you're like a 14-year-old boy. I don't think Adam has either. But you'd think a 14-year-old boy would.
I don't know.
Yeah, you think you'd just be like, wow, what's this juice? This gets so gross so fast. Well, talking about gross, gonna be honest, I did go on my personal Instagram and ask people for some wacky confessions, and I pulled some of the best of them. Okay.
Yes.
And this, I like them. They won't gross us out too much, but it's pretty. Oh damn, but you look zesty. You ready for this, aren't you?
With these bangs.
Yeah. Can you dance them? Can you make
I don't know
dance?
Whether wait. I gotta focus. I gotta lock in.
Okay, lock in.
Almost. Usually I can do it better. But see, I can do that. No Botox. Never had Botox.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, let's compare right now. Kids, can you see my lines? I got
ready?
pretty good lines.
No, they're good. They're nice. Okay, ready? We're gonna do faces on the count of 3.
Okay,
1, 2,
I like
3.
this.
Surprise!
Look at the camera.
Okay. Surprise in 3, 2, 1. Okay, yeah, that's good. That was good. Okay, super disgruntled. 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Oh, my forehead's not doing shit.
No. Hey, man, there's nothing wrong with that.
Look at this. Is high as I can lift
You look
them.
like. That's how high you can lift them? Can you do either or? Can you do either or?
That's all. I don't get a lot of Botox either. I don't, because I don't get these lines. So I don't actually get any Botox up here. I get a mini eye lift is what. Damn, I like it though.
Sorry.
I wish I need more face movement.
No, yeah. What do you get?
I get a mini eye lift, which is like,
Okay.
they just like shoot right here. Yeah. And I do my 11s. So it's like these ones that come right here.
Yep.
Then I get Botox in really weird places. The only other places I get it is on the sides of my mouth because I subconsciously sit like this.
You frown.
Yeah. So I get it in here so I don't do that. And then the funniest place that I get it, right here. Because I dimple my chin up.
Ah,
when I'm
interesting.
Thinking. But I don't get very much.
I'm scared of needles.
You know what? Botox doesn't hurt at all. Filler, which I haven't had in 2 years. I'm not doing it again ever. It hurts so much.
No, yeah, I'm scared. I'm scared of it all. But why does it hurt? Why does that hurt?
Because they like put the needle in and they're like putting stuff in and moving it around. But the Botox is just like ding, ding, ding. Like you don't feel it.
Okay.
I love it.
How long does it take to get in to start working?
2 weeks. And it'll be funny because like for 1 week, I'll have one eyebrow that's still moving and the other one isn't. But no, honestly, I really like Botox. I started it when I was really young and I'm like,
yeah,
you know what? I'm probably just going to stick with it. Makes my skin better too.
You don't got any wrinkles, so I mean that's the whole point, right?
I always compare with my little brother. Like I'm like, come in, look in the mirror with me.
Exactly. Yeah, because how far apart are you guys?
3 years.
3 years. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's got wrinkles, and he's always like, "I look younger than you." I'm like, "No, you don't." Not anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we all have age blindness, maybe a little bit.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know.
I'm to the point where I don't really care, and I want to be older, and then I want to just be like, "Oh, you don't understand. I'm 45." You know what I mean?
Yeah, I want to, like everybody, like I'd like to look good, but as of right now, I'm just like, okay, I'm not freaking out just yet. But I mean, I'm gonna be 29 in a couple weeks. Yep. But I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe I'll start getting it in like a couple of years or so. I'm not against it. I'm just scared. I'm scared of needles, and I don't feel the need to.
It is. And you know what it did for me is I look at my old pictures and I look at my pictures now and I'm just happier with my face.
Yeah. And that's
great.
The
thing. And
I think that's awesome.
Like sometimes I have moments where I look in the mirror and I'm like, yeah, I do look my age. You know what I mean? And I'm starting to get that thing where I'll put on a certain outfit and I'll be like, I think I'm a little too old for this. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. No, I do that too. Too. Most of the time I put on outfits and I'm like, I'm too young for this because I'm wearing like an ankle length
29. Wait.
gown.
Holy.
Yeah, 29. 29.
How does that feel to be
20s.
almost out of your 20s?
I don't particularly care.
I'm a couple years older than Chris.
Just a couple.
See, we're hinting in quickly at my age. No one's ever gotten it right on the internet.
No, I know. And they shan't. They
shan't have it. I don't care. It'll be funny. Also, I have your birthday present right here.
What? Show me.
No.
Why'd you get me anything? We said we don't do that.
Yeah, we get each other something small. Like you got me that gift basket, which was awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
I ate all that chicken. Like there was like a bath set and a lot of chocolate, and I did all the bath and I ate the chocolate all at the same time. It was great.
It was by design. All right.
Confessions.
Right? Yep.
I like this one. I peed in my ex's humidifier before I moved out. He thought it was rotting out because it smelled like death every time he turned it on.
Oh, was it like asparagus pee?
I hope it was.
Why does it smell so bad?
Well, it just sits in there and it's humidifying, right? So it's just like, just getting smoked out into the room.
Smoky. That's great. That's see, I'm not that creative. I wish I was that creative. With
what would you do?
Revenge.
To get an ex before you left.
Just a little final like that. Let me think about that. You think what do you think? What do you think for you?
I would put dog shit in the vents.
Okay, yeah.
But like in a bowl of water.
Bad.
In a bowl of water. Dog shit in a bowl of water in the vent.
A bowl of water?
Because then it won't dry out for a while. It'll like grow.
Diabolical. I like it.
It'll grow.
I like that a lot. You know what? Now
I like that.
I would take now we're just doing shit and piss, but I would take like Rupert, because Rupert still pees on pads. So I'd take Rupert's pee pads and put them underneath the mattress.
Oh yeah, and it just come through the mattress when you lay on it. You just smell the piss.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I like that.
Yeah, I like it too.
When my ex's girlfriend moved into his place, I mailed them an old creepy porcelain doll with a handwritten note that said, "I've been waiting." I didn't sign it. They moved out 3 weeks later.
Would you move out? I wouldn't move out.
No, I would just get rid of the doll.
I'd be like, thank you.
They're probably like, this is for my crazy ex. We should move.
Yeah, right?
Oh my gosh.
That's funny. I'd keep it.
There you go. Yeah,
put it on my shelf.
You would.
Yeah.
My ex cheated on me, so I replaced his shampoo with Nair. He thought he had a scalp condition and went to a dermatologist. I never confessed until now. Hi, Kyle. Does Kyle listen to the show?
That'd be really funny. Hey, Kyle. How's your bald head? You piece of shit.
What'd you do?
I mean, you cheated, right?
He must. Is that what it says?
I think so.
My ex cheated. Yep. Kyle. Bad.
That's what you get.
I don't get cheating.
No.
I don't get cheating.
Just leave, dude.
Just leave.
Like, you're clearly not compatible in one of the more important aspects of a relationship, which is like romance and intimacy. You know?
I guess like if you're checked out and it just hasn't happened yet, I don't know. There's so many different aspects to it. But like if you're in like a committed thing and there's no signs, you know what I mean? Like I always think about like, what would happen if Adam cheated on me? Like, what would I do?
I don't even like to think about it, but I would just, the guilt would eat me alive up to the point where I would just shrivel up and die. Like I can't with guilt. Like I can barely eat a meal after seeing a little writhing dead rabbit. This poor little rabbit. No. Let alone like something actually on me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just wouldn't be able to deal with it.
Adam does the killing here as well. Also, we had to put down a chicken. God had the sympathy call. broke one of its legs, and we tried for days, but that thing was in so much pain, and like there was no other option. I'm like, I'm not gonna let you just suffer forever.
No.
Like
when you have animals, you got to do it.
Oh, it happens so much on the farm.
Yeah, it does. It does. And I'm, but I'm not getting used to it. And I think that's okay. I don't really want to get to the point where I'm just like, meh.
Same.
Oh,
Same. We lost 4 baby chicks this week.
Yeah, that's right.
First time chicken mom. She just sat on them. Like she didn't keep them warm. Like she put her bones on them and like squashed them. And I just wanted this. Like I have this. Remember Beaker, my chicken Beaker that I love. She's the best chicken. I just wanted another Beaker because she's like 3. 2 or 3 now. And she killed 2 Beakers, and then there were 2 eggs left, right? And we're waiting for them to hatch, I'm like, please. Get up in the morning. What is it? It's a Beaker. So we have 2 chicks that made it. One is black, which I don't understand because I don't have any black chickens.
Okay.
And the other one is a Beaker, which is a partridge silky.
Oh,
and they're this week.
Oh, that's sweet. I have 2 silkies now.
That was so random.
One's a rooster. I said, yeah, they're
the
both
dark
girls.
Is it
they're
the dark
both
one?
Girls. They're both dark.
But
they're both black.
But at the wedding, the one wasn't black.
Now he is.
Okay, but the one that was originally black, that was the rooster, right?
Yeah. The one is like gray black. The girl. But yeah. Just yesterday, right when I was looking at the dead rabbit, I heard trying to when they're just trying to find their sound, and I was like, oh my god,
that's me. I just want a black hen silky, and I just keep getting boys, and I'm like,
oh, you can have
die or
mine.
they're boys. It's a boy though. I don't want it.
No, I have a girl that's a black one too.
Smuggle it to Canada. If we don't even know if we're going to Canada, but we're about to travel everywhere.
Oh yeah, for the movie, dude. What the?
We're gonna probably see some of you guys, and we're really excited.
We're gonna definitely see some of you guys, which is really exciting.
Like half of July, we're like not even at our homes.
Yeah, which is crazy because I've been I've just been nesting and just being in my home, and it's been so nice. And now I need to leave for like almost a whole month, and I'm like, oh my god. I mean, we'll be back and forth, but
people bathe so hard. But I'm just excited to see you.
I'm excited to see you too. It'll be good. It'll be good. It'll be like a year's worth of interactions.
Yeah. Damn. That's going to be a lot of interacting, baby. Okay. Back to confessions. So distracted today. This is beautiful.
It's fine.
Okay. I hid a framed photo of my grandmother, who he was scared of when she was alive, in my ex's attic's crawl space. It took him 6 months to find it. I would sneak over late at night and throw rocks on the roof, so he thought something was up in the attic. He called me crying and thought she cursed him. That is good.
See, that's so much effort. I love it, though.
I know. He must have really
though.
Done something.
It's great. I like that. Yeah, I got to think of better ways to get revenge. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, I snuck into my shitty, sneaky link Spotify and made a playlist called "You Deserve This," full of creepy EVP recordings and static, and I set it to autoplay at 3 a.m.
See, I'm not technologically stupid. I don't even know how to do any of that. That's amazing.
No, I wouldn't know either. I'd
be so creeped out if that happened. Jeez Louise.
I sprinkled salt in the sugar jar every day for a month until my roommate thought she had COVID. She even got tested on and off 3 times.
Why? Is that a prank? Is that a joke?
Just I guess.
That's like, I don't know about that. One time is funny, and then I don't know.
They just keep doing it over and over.
Like, I wonder if I could psychologically torture this person to make them think that they're actually really sick, and they go to the doctor and they have to pay medical bills now. That's a little weird.
There's some deep trauma there. Deep trauma.
That's what I'm saying. It's a control thing, I think.
I kind of like it.
I'm into it.
Why. Okay, at my old job, I poured a tiny bit of dish soap in the office fountain every Friday. Everyone blamed the maintenance guy. It became a running mystery called The Bubble Curse of Floor 3. I never got caught. That's fun.
That's innocent. That's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's cute.
Do you know they don't let kids do senior prank day anymore? Do you remember senior prank day?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They don't do it anymore.
We've had it all. There was one year where, oh gosh, it was, you know how cows,
Oh God,
cows like don't like stairs. Like they can go up them, but down is an issue, at least for this cow. But somebody put a cow on like the second floor and like she couldn't get it down. I mean, they eventually did, but it was like crazy.
But wait, whose cow?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like cows are expensive.
I didn't participate. Sure. Cows, yeah, for sure. And then there's like the one where people let goats or pigs through and they label them 1, 2, and 4. And then so there's no 3, but people think there's a 3. So they're just constantly looking for another like goat or pig or whatever.
Your prank days were crazy. This should never happen. Ours was, we had a courtyard in our school and there was a fountain and it was all like glassed in, and every senior prank day they filled up with bubbles and the whole thing would be bubbles and there'd just be like aisleways to go through. But the teachers come in early now and clean everything up before the students come, and they're like, no prank day, which feels like shitty. Like first there's all the COVID kids who didn't even have a high school experience, and now there's not even like the fun shit like prank day, or like they do like remember like senior skip day where everyone skips and goes to the beach. They don't do that anymore. Like there's nothing anymore.
I mean, you can do it sounds like. You just shouldn't do it, basically.
Is this the generation of
yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to remember what my year was, because I was in the high school that I was in for 4 years. I can't remember. I can't remember exactly what the senior prank was for my year. But I don't know. But I think it's fun. I think it's great.
I think it's cool. It's harmless.
As long as it's harmless.
The cows thing was a bit much.
Yeah. Yeah, because they probably didn't like that. And like animals, I'm just like, come on, guys. What are we doing?
Like, think how stressed the animals are. It was
usually just a handful of people that did it. It wasn't like the whole grade, you know?
It sounds fun, though, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's harmless. Harmless fun. I mean, again, not with the animal thing, but the bubbles thing is great.
Yeah. Did you ever do anything diabolical in high school? It didn't have to be senior prank, but just, something.
Yeah. Yeah, so we had like a pretty old school. Like my parents used to go to the high school that I went to. Like in the 80s. Yeah. But it had an elevator in it, which was cool, but it was a really small elevator, and it was really cramped, tiny, and kind of shitty. But I don't know. Nobody was allowed to use that elevator, obviously, besides the, kids in wheelchairs or teachers in whatever.
Yeah.
And I did break my ankle, and I had to wear a boot, and I had crutches and stuff. So I got the elevator key, and there was like a few of them. So I got an elevator key, and I just didn't give it back for a while.
Whoa, they just forgot you had it.
Took the elevator. I just took the elevator a lot because I thought it was really fun. My friends thought it was cool. Not that I had the only elevator key.
That's pretty cool.
Like
though.
Anybody could use the elevator. Like the people that needed to use the elevator could use the elevator. But I just hadn't one of the keys. And
you went to the same high school?
For it. But then when they asked me back for it, I gave it back. Nobody asked for it. So I was like,
wait it out.
I'm just gonna keep this key, and I'm just gonna keep taking this elevator.
I'm into it.
That's not diabolical. It was just like,
that's your version of it. I could see it. You were a pretty good kid.
I was the goody two shoes. I was the brown nosing student. Shoes. Oh yeah. I was called the freeze in school. I didn't date or hook up or anything. And I all the teachers loved me. Shout out to Mr. Weeb. He was my favorite. Mr. Weeb. I was such I hated when people talked over the teachers in class. So especially Mr. Weeb. He's like this big, tall, big beard, this big guy. He's kind of scary looking. I'm not whatever. But anyway, he's got this booming voice, but everyone was talking over him. And I was like, guys, be quiet. Just like in grade 11. Aww. And I would always do that. And then he's like, Christina, meet me outside of the classroom. And I was like,
oh no.
What did I do? Because I was like, oh no, I talked over him by telling everybody to go outside. And he's like, closes the door, comes outside with me. And he's like, I just want to say, I really appreciate you telling the other kids to quiet down. It's really hard to on me for everybody interrupting all the time. So I just want to let you know how much I appreciate that. But I'm pretending that you're in trouble. So when you walk back in there, I want you to pretend to be upset, like I scolded you. Otherwise, you're not going to make it like a minute in the school.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Good guy.
He's like,
good guy.
I was like, okay. So I like go back and I was like, like,
gosh, guys,
this guy sucks. I remember that moment. It was a good moment. Teachers that are good teachers are awesome.
No, that's good.
Anyway.
I was the total opposite of you. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I went to 3 different high schools. I had this thing. I was the Virgin Slayer, and I made these cards for everybody.
Literally the opposite.
They were their virginity cards, and I'd like put marker on their finger, and they'd put it on the card, and then I'd give them their virginity card, and when they gave it back to me, I would put my finger on the other side, and I'd be like, virginity complete. And I did it for like 60 kids, and it became like a thing where people were trying to hand in their virginity cards faster than other people. And I kept them in this little snap box, and in the snap box I had the virginity cards, my doobies that I had rolled in straight up lined paper, and my cigarettes that I bought from people for $1 each.
Dude, I would have like looked at you in high school and thought you were so cool though. I was a floater. I didn't have. I had
same.
one friend. I had one friend. Shout out to Sophia in high school. That like was.
I love Sophia.
Yeah, you've met her. She came to my wedding. The only person from high school that came because I was the only person. And other than that, I floated to like the skaters and then the smokers and then the jocks and then I was just kind of like floating. So I would have floated to you, and I think we would have vibed. And I think you would have led me down a dark path.
Your mom would have hated me.
Oh yeah,
Kara would have been like, no.
Yeah, because all my time was taken up by sports and like after school things. Because my parents forced me to do because they didn't want me to be like go to parties or be in the wrong crowds, and it did work, but I was like fucking miserable.
Oh my god. No, that is good. It's crazy we landed together, but I feel like we're both so neutral and normal now.
Yeah.
With our different lives. No, I went to 3 different high schools. I floated. I didn't fit in with anyone. I didn't have a group. I didn't have a best friend. Like I didn't have a Sophia except for like a few minutes. I was more into like whatever boyfriend I had at the time.
Yeah, that's
kind
fair.
of thing. But
that's fair.
I didn't like, it wasn't bad, but like, you know, high school for me was very like up and down. I had like really bad bullying issues in grade 9.
Yeah.
But after grade 9, grade 10, everything was fine. And I kind of like was the one everybody knew, and it was cool. But it's funny when people talk about knowing me in high school, because I'm like, none of you bitches knew me.
That's the thing too. That's really funny. Because I was the same. Like grade 9, 10, I was like the new girl. And then 11 and 12, you know, I had a very popular sister, Jessica. She was extremely popular. She was amazing at everything that she did. Straight A's, amazing at basketball, amazing. So I was Jessica's sister growing up. That's why people knew me. So I was just kind of in the shadows. I was very introverted and whatever.
So when was your first party?
Not until I was maybe like the tail end of grade 11. So like right when I was turning 17. That's when it turned. Like grade 12, that last year, I dated only the last maybe couple months of grade 12, like an actual boyfriend, my first boyfriend. But other than that, that's kind of when I started to go. I meant like a dipshit guy.
You didn't go down though.
No, it did. Because like I took that high school experience, and then after high school was when I was like, oh, let's get down, and that's when it went. That's when it because I graduated, didn't get pregnant, you know, or whatever. But I couldn't have because I was a virgin.
It's crazy what high school is like, and it's crazy like how different people are now. But like that was for you, but me, by the time I was of drinking age, which was 19, I was like not even interested, because I'd already snuck into the bars and done all the drinking and like been dying in a field. Like I can't tell you how many times where I was like, oh yeah, I'm at Megan's house, and then my parents were like, who's Megan? I'm like, I don't know. And I was at the bush parties down in Pittock, and like of course it led to some very bad situations on my part, but like at the same time, like I learned shaped us.
Yeah, when I was 17, like a tail end of grade 11 and then 12, that's when the bush parties and all that kind of stuff and bad stuff. And then it just never leads to anything good. But like I remember there were so many parties where bush parties specifically where the cops would come and everybody would like dispersing. But then like it's such a small town that a couple of my friends, or not friends, but the people at the party, their parents were the cops, and then they would be like, oh my God, I don't know. It was just so chaotic. So there's probably only like, I'd say 5 parties, maybe 5 or 6 parties that I ever went to in high school that were like serious parties where serious shit went down, and there was like bangers and, you know, all the drama happened. But like 2 of those parties, I was like out.
Out? Like, what do you mean out? Like hammered?
Oh. Yeah, I don't drink anymore. I haven't had alcohol. I don't remember the last. I didn't even have any at my wedding. Guys. Yeah, no, like for real. And I never had a problem, but I was just like, I don't understand. Like it just tastes like poison. It makes me feel like I've poisoned myself, and I feel like terrible after. So I don't think this is for me. Oh, yeah, and I have like family they're alcoholics and stuff. So I was like, it's just not for me. I don't care if people drink. I don't give a shit.
I was never a heavy drinker, and it's all because of, are you ready for this? Oh God, I'm throwing even thinking about it. I can't smell Crown Royal. I can't be near Crown Royal. Have you ever had a Crown Royal drunk?
Oh no? Yeah. You're in Canada.
I didn't know how to drink, dude. And my parents went away, and I had these boys over, Mitch and Justice, and they're like, drink. I'm like, okay. So what I did was I had a Coca-Cola glass, and I took Crown Royal, and I filled the Coca-Cola glass to the top with Crown Royal, no mix. Oh. And we just passed it around and drank it.
Oh and my God.
All I remember is walking around. And then I was by myself on this like parking lot boulevard, and 2 other girls just found me and brought me home.
Thank God.
But do you want to hear the funniest part?
Yeah.
Adam has also been found passed out drunk in that parking lot, and they took him to the hospital. So this was like 6 years before. Take him to the hospital. He wakes up, rips all the IVs out, and just walks out of the hospital. And goes and gets right. So we both, but now both Adam and I straight edge as possible. No drinks, no anything.
Oh, yeah. You know, and we all have those years, I think. Not all of us, but I don't know. I'm glad I got it out of my system. It was like maybe 2 or 3 years where and it wasn't even that bad. Like not even that bad, but it was just like, mine was grade 9, 10, and 11. By 12, I was already done, straightened out, and ready for life. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just like, I was a pretty old soul, and I was like, I don't get it. I never went out, like, I did clubbing here and there if it was like a birthday party or something like that, but I could probably count on 2 hands how many actual clubs I've been to and stuff. I'm like so lame. So
Dude,
lame.
We're so lame. That's why we're friends.
So lame. Yeah, I know. But I'm okay with it.
What was your first kiss like? Do you have a cute first kiss story? Oh, I'm excited.
It's terrible.
No,
it was awful. It was terrible. I had a crush on this guy who was like my best friend when I was 12. 11 and 12. I moved from elementary school. I think I've already said this before, but different catchments for elementary, middle, and high school. So I always was the new kid when I was in elementary, middle school, and high school. So I was the new girl. Yeah. So it was like, there was like 4 or 5 guys who were like, somebody's got to kiss the new girl. Somebody's got to, whatever. And I was already kind of friends with this guy. And I liked him or whatever. And he had the greasiest curly hair and the greasiest like face. And just, looking back at like photos, I'm like,
did you think he was
expectations
cute,
on the floor? No.
Oh.
No, bless his heart. No, I mean, he was, whatever. I wasn't anything to look at either, though. I was like, my bangs were like, I look like this. I was like,
that's cute. I like it.
I'm not saying anything. But anyway, it was for winter break, grade 6, about to go on winter break, not going to see anybody for like a couple weeks. And for some reason, for the first time in my life, my stepmom was coming to pick me up from school. But anyway, we're in front of the school, and everybody heard that Colby was going to try to kiss me after school. Oh, shit, I just dropped his name. Doesn't matter. It's fine.
It's 12 million years ago now.
It was a million years ago now, and he's fine. So I was just like, whoa, what's going on? And a circle forms around me. And what felt like 1,000 kids was probably like 20. And they were all around me. And I was like, what's happening? And Colby comes up to me, and he's just like, hey, with his, his whatever is going on. And he comes out, and then his lips are so chapped because it's winter, and so are mine. And he goes up, and it was like this. He's the mic. Okay. He's the mic. It was like this. And I was like,
Oh my God.
That was amazing. It was a glorified headbutt with my mouth.
Oh my gosh, it's hilarious.
It was terrible. Technically my first kiss was in like kindergarten when I married Sam, this guy Sam.
Mine was kindergarten too. Yeah.
Technically, but I'd say like that was the one where I,
learning to kiss is the craziest thing. I think back to those first kisses.
What was yours?
Oh God, well, there was kindergarten. I don't know if that counts. There was grade 7 at dance. We called them the can dances because you brought a can, you got $1 off the dance.
Nice.
And that was with this Brendan guy I had a crush on. That was a mess. But then my first, I'd say real kiss was a girl because I was convinced I was a lesbian, straight up lesbian. And this was
That's so amazing.
This was at a bush party, and I remember her being like, "Let's kiss," and we kissed, and it was I kissed her, and I was not right. And she looks at me, and she goes, "What was that?" And I was like, mortified forever. And I still see her to this day, and I'm always like, yeah, because we were like dating, but all we did was kiss once. And then we broke up the next day, and she dated the guy I had a crush on, and then they broke up, and then I dated him too. It was such a weird time.
Wasn't the middle school relationships? I don't know if anybody else has experienced this, but they were like 2 days to 2 weeks max.
It's so
and like
intense.
Everybody just dated each other, but like nothing happened. Everybody just like you only held hands and like hugged and stuff.
or kissed, and it was like, oh, am I pregnant?
Yeah, great heavens. And there's always that one couple at their lockers that were just like,
and you just stare at them,
and you're just like,
there's always the rumors they're pregnant. Yeah.
And there was always one.
For me, it was grade 6. There was always, who's pregnant? I heard this person's pregnant. I heard it.
So crazy. What a terrible time. God bless middle school teachers. Like dealing with and then like just kids going through puberty. Oh my God.
Oh, gross. You know what? It just freaks me out. Like I recently just found out that a kid that I know of who to me I thought was a child is having a baby, and he's 15, and I'm like, that's gross. Are you right? But that's normal to some people. Like people do that. Like I had a girl who had a baby when she was 13 when we were in school.
Oh, see, that's, not ideal. Not ideal.
But it's crazy to think about.
It is. I can't even imagine. I'm almost 29, and I can't even imagine having a kid right now.
Me neither. And I have one almost, and I still can't imagine.
Yeah, you're about to have one. I know we always come back to this, but I just can't get over it.
No,
are you dead set on the name now?
Yeah. I don't like anything else.
I love it. When you said I was like, ugh, so cute.
It's nice. Also, this is funny. You want to hear off topic? Tammy, are you invested at all in the 1,000-Pound Sisters?
A little bit. I see
Tammy
clips like on TikTok
surgery.
and stuff.
Got rid of a bunch of her skin. She no longer has the dangly chin.
Yeah.
And I never thought and that's why I can't stop catching my chin because I'm like, Tammy has a smaller chin than me.
Stop.
She's under 200 pounds now in weight.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That's before I'm so proud of her.
Yeah, I know.
I went to go watch her TikTok and I had to follow back. I was so excited. I'm going to DM her.
Oh, really? You should.
Hey, girl.
We should get her on. That would be fun.
Oh, that'd be a fun podcast.
It'd be so fun.
So many people DM me and are like, hey, have me on the show. And I'm like, we should. When are we going to do that? Guys, what do you think about that? Do you like it just Chris and I, or do you want us to bring friends on?
I think once in a while we should bring other people on. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Just yap. I would love to ask her a million questions about her whole journey and everything. It'd be fun.
What would be your main question?
I don't know.
I would be like, are your bills paid? My bills are paid.
Yes, I know. I was just trying to think of not saying a quote that has been a meme from them.
Oh my gosh.
They're really cool though. I like them a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ask her.
Hey Tammy, do you want to come on and talk about spooky stuff? She's in a happy relationship now.
I know. I love that.
I just love it all. Yeah. 1,000-Pound Sisters. I really love Amy. Amy is like, I just love Amy. I think she's so funny.
I think they're both just so sassy and awesome.
And I just watch all the shows. I'm so invested. I don't even know how much of it is even real anymore, but I'm just like, the whole time dead silent.
That's what I would ask. Because I know somebody who was on 600 Pound Life. 600 Pound Life. Casey Knight. We're friends with him. And he's come out. He's like one of the most famous people from that. He was the guy like playing the video game and like freaking out and like yelling. I don't know. You'd have to see it.
I need to look this person up.
Yeah, you'd know him if you saw him. But he's lost like damn near like 500 pounds or whatever. But just hearing his perspective of being on the show and like everything that they staged and all that kind of stuff, that's what I'd want to ask them. Just like them putting smaller furniture out for him, like than even normal to make him look bigger and
the
all
way
this
they
fucked
shoot
up
it.
shit. Oh yeah, the angles and everything. It was just so dehumanizing. So I would love to put TLC on blast.
That would be funny. We should get a bunch of people on from that. I'm in these Facebook pages that just keep up with the people from my 600-pound life, because sometimes I watch it and I'm like, you're okay.
Yeah.
You're doing okay. I heard this funny thing the other day. They're like, if you ever go to a school reunion and people are like, oh, how are you doing? You go, I just lost 400 pounds. And then everyone will be like, wow, even though you didn't.
I like that.
Yep.
Yeah, you should make up stuff. I've always wanted to do that. I've never gone to a reunion. I didn't go to my 10-year.
We didn't have one, which sucks. Why is it not happening?
Yeah, we didn't have one. Maybe I'll go to my 20.
20. We should have a prom. I can't sleep prom. Chris like, that.
Wait, a what prom?
Oh, just a prom. A can't sleep prom.
Oh, can't sleep prom. Okay, yeah, that'd be fun. I went to a couple proms.
Did you?
Couple proms. Yeah, I went to, when I was in grade 11, I went to that year because a guy asked me, partly my grandma had cancer. One of like ones that raised me. She had leukemia and she was probably not going to make it to my other prom. So I was like really grateful that he asked me because I was able to take pictures with her in like a prom dress and stuff. But she ended up making it to my other prom as well, which was great. So I did that prom as well. And I actually still really like my prom dress. My OG or like my grade 12 one. It was blue. It was like a blue mermaid, strapless mermaid gown. What was yours? It was
mine
blue.
was an
it was dark
aquamarine ball gound.
We both had blue, or I guess yours was like
it was a blue. It was a blue green. Like it was more blue than anything. No, it was blue. I wouldn't say it's aquamarine.
Yeah, now I need to look up a photo. I wonder if I look Call Me Chris Prom if that would come up.
Window writers all over my car. Oh, I don't even know if I don't even have photos. I think they're in an album somewhere. I had a Monroe piercing and I was so tanned.
It was a thing. That was the thing back then. It was like you had to get a spray tan.
Well, it was Jersey Shore time. It was Jersey Shore time.
Yeah.
And I looked like Snooki.
Yeah. I want to see a photo now. You don't have one?
I don't think I do.
Shoot, bud.
Probably deep in the Facebook. I'll try and find one. If I could find one, it'll pop up on the screen now.
Yeah,
I love how you're finding. I need to see what you look like.
I know. I need to find it now. I must find it.
You must find it.
I have to go to Facebook, of course.
I want you to add me on Facebook.
Okay.
Because I want to stalk as far back as it goes and see things of you.
You want to see what my profile picture was when I was like, what year was this? 2011.
Oh my God.
Grade 9. Grade 9, but for a moment. But then I switched.
She's a loyal fan. She's a loyal girl. I think my Facebook only goes back to like 2018 because I had made one because I started dating Adam. And I was like, he can't see what I was. Oh.
That's pretty funny. I like that.
Dude, I look like I do cocaine because I keep snorting so much, but like the pollen going on in my country ass neighborhood is so strong. My nose is so itchy.
Okay, here's a picture at my grade 11 prom that I went to prom with, and it's with Sophia, my OG, my one friend in high school. But this dress was like $20. It was super cheap, and then my grandma like sewed this little thing in the corner here. It was a shorter dress because I didn't want to.
The green one?
Yeah, the green one.
Chris, that's crazy. That doesn't even look like
weird?
You.
Isn't that
weird? Doesn't look like you.
Look at that.
You're so hot though.
So weird. And
you look like a whole different person. I don't know. We were talking about this the other day. Like even from like when you started TikTok, like you just look like such a different person. It's weird, and it's not like you've done anything different. Like you just look different.
I think
like if you go back to your early videos,
I've glowed up. I think
she glowed up.
I figured out like my face shape, and I figured out what hair color looks better. Like I used to have the really blonde hair, which was a moment, but it really washed me out. I feel like so now going back to more my natural. So yeah, no, I'm not offended by it. I'm just like, I think I look different, and I think it's for the better. I think
My
it's for
earliest
the better.
ones, dude. This is how much of an emo kid I was. I hope you're ready for this.
Yes.
Okay, can't play guitar. Wait. Okay.
I love that hair so much. I love
Scene
it
kid.
so
It's
much.
embarrassing.
Looks so good. Oh, I found the one with my grandparents.
Oh.
And we don't need to see him. My date. He's fine.
Shit.
I don't want to give him a moment. I think there's one with a full thing, but that was my...
Oh, is that you in the blue dress?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Chris, it doesn't look like you at all.
What do you mean?
Like, you're beautiful, but that is not you.
I don't... Also, I have a spray tan. I'm never that dark.
That looks
spray
really good,
tan,
though.
like yellow,
That's a
blonde
beautiful
hair.
picture.
That is my natural hair. It's like a more yellow blonde.
I tried to figure out what it is that looks so different.
I shouldn't have worn a necklace. Look at that.
Oh, dude, that's what was so popular. Oh, I can't believe that's you and Jess. Chris, okay, everybody in
we
the
have
comments.
no eyebrows either, because this is before like doing your
That's what
eyebrows
it
was
is.
a thing.
No, Chris, that's what it is.
Jessica and I are both super blonde, so I now dye it with beard dye. But it shapes my face more, whereas I just don't have eyebrows.
Can you just can you lift your bangs up for a second?
I think bangs look so much better on my face. But like, and I had long hair. I had extensions there, but it was like.
You're such a hottie. Both times, but you look like different people.
I don't think I look good without some sort of something framing my face, because I have a very square face.
It's a very nice face.
The really long hair with nothing shaping my face just looks.
You look so good with bangs. I've been and I like you. Like, I like you with the red hair, and I like you with the blonde hair. I haven't seen you any other hair color. I wish I could be blonde, but blonde makes me look wild. I'm trying to find one. Oh yeah,
I love the dark hair on you.
I don't think.
Yeah, no, it's cute, but
it's
you
a
just
whole different person.
You just suit it. The dark hair brings out your features so much more. Like, it really does compliment you. Yeah,
like, look at this. This is so blonde.
You look like a different person too.
I can't do blonde, but like I was with Adam then too, and that was blonde, but like I loved the different hair. I feel like we both played with hair colors. Did you have different hair colors when you were younger?
My mom didn't let us dye our hair. Like, I didn't.
Are you serious?
No. Yeah, it was pretty like, I was like that. Yeah, no, I didn't dye my hair until I was literally a hairdresser. Whoa. And the first time I dyed it, I got like the slightest highlights, and I was like, thought it was so crazy. But my hair was literally like this.
That was my red moment. And my bangs.
Love it.
Calico
you
bitch.
Look cute with bangs.
It's too much commitment. I don't know how you do this, babe. I don't know how you do it.
What do you mean? It's not any commitment? Or I guess it is a commitment. You have grown
when
out.
you like get sweaty or it's like windy.
I don't have an issue. I just
it wouldn't
bevel
work
them.
with me because my face is so round.
But like
that's why I do this. The share.
How you gotta like shape them down, not like a straight across. I don't think few people can pull that off.
Yeah,
but I think you need like a little curtain bang.
Don't tempt me. I'll freaking do it.
I know you will.
And then I'll be, look at, last time we talked to it and they're out to here now.
Yeah. Maybe just face framing.
Face framing. Well, Miss Hairdresser, cut my hair.
Okay.
I'll throw up and die though, maybe.
Yeah.
I'll be scared. Terrifying.
Maybe next time I see you. I cut my hair
next weekend.
I cut my hair manically.
I was thinking, I love your little ponytail today. It's so cute.
Last week, I cut like an inch off my own hair. I've never done that before. It's actually really difficult to cut your own hair when it's short because it needs to be like perfect.
Oh yeah, because it's short. Mine's easy. I
think it's even enough.
I think it looks cute.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, ma'am, should we get into some creepypastas?
Yes. All right. The girl from Unit 103. When I moved into the apartment, I was warned about Unit 103. The landlord didn't say much, just gave me a funny look when I asked who lived next door.
Place has been empty for a while,
he muttered. But his eyes darted like he was lying. The kind of glance people give when they know something they don't want to say out loud.
The building itself was old, with creaking pipes and that strange, always wet smell. My unit was small, with one window that faced the alley. I didn't mind. Rent was cheap, and I needed cheap. The first night was quiet. The second was not.
I woke up around 3:12 a.m. to a low, rhythmic thud coming from the other side of the bedroom wall, where Unit 103 sat dark and supposedly empty. It was too deliberate to be plumbing, like a fist hitting wood. Slow, steady, controlled. I knocked back. I don't know. I knocked back. It stopped.
I figured maybe someone had moved in without telling the landlord. Maybe it was just someone rearranging furniture, even if it was a god-awful hour to do it. But the next night, the tapping came again. Only now it was followed by a sound I still can't describe fully. Like a breath being sucked in too hard. A gasp mixed with static.
I pressed my ear to the wall and listened. A girl's voice, low and shaking. The next day, I marched to the landlord's office and demanded answers. He looked exhausted, like I wasn't the first person to ask.
There used to be a girl. Oh.
There used to be a girl in 103.
He finally said.
You're all
I'm trying to do your voice.
Yeah, you do it, you do it. There used to be a girl in 103.
He finally said.
She kept to herself. We didn't know anything was wrong until the neighbors started complaining about the smell.
She'd been dead in there for over a week. No forced entry, no signs of struggle, just her, face down in the tub, water still running. No note, but a name scratched into the bathroom tile over and over again. Natalie.
I asked why the place wasn't sealed off or at least cleansed or something. He said he'd hired someone once to clear the energy, but they left after 5 minutes, shaking and silent.
That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept hearing her, Natalie, whispering, begging, moaning. At one point, I opened my eyes and I swore I saw movement in the corner of the room. She was there.
Not like in the movies, not all blood and gore, just standing, pale, sopping wet, eyes like smoke. Her mouth moved, but made no sound, and then she pointed to the wall, to the thin plaster between our rooms.
I got up the next morning, grabbed a hammer, and knocked a hole through it. Inside, I found a cavity between our walls, a narrow space no one had mentioned, and in it were Polaroids.
Hundreds of them. Every single one was of me sleeping, brushing my teeth, staring into the fridge, all dated, all recent.
My hands were shaking as I flipped through them, trying not to gag. In the very last photo, taken just days before, I saw myself asleep in bed and a figure standing behind me. Not Natalie. A man.
I was gonna say, I was like, she's probably warning her because she's a girl's girl.
Yeah!
Bearded, wide eyes, grinning. The landlord swears no one has keys to Unit 103. The police never found the man. They couldn't explain the photos. No prints, no leads. But here's the worst part.
They sealed 103, changed the locks, screwed the windows shut. Still, at 3:12 a.m., the knocking continues.
But now it's coming from inside my closet, and Natalie doesn't whisper anymore. She screams. That's fun.
Whoa!
That's fun.
I like that one.
I like that one.
I like it
a lot. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot, mate.
Yeah.
Do you get allergies at all?
What do you think? Huh?
Do you get allergies at all?
Yeah, I have horrific allergies, like most of the year.
I have it for 1 week of the year. 1 week, and it's this week.
Yeah, literally every since February, I've had horrible allergies. If I forget to take my pill, I don't know, the outside. I don't know.
No, like, what are your symptoms? Mine is just like, my nose is so itchy. My eyes.
Really, really itchy eyes. Terrible, like, swollen sinus. Like a nose that will not stop running.
That's where I'm at.
And it's constant. It is literally constant. And Caleb gets so fed up with it. And it's been like like 4 months now of me just nonstop. But I actually did take an allergy pill today, so.
Damn, girl.
Mm-hmm. It should ease up now because it's getting into summer at least.
Things are
But
done blooming.
All spring.
Dude, my whole pond is just, it doesn't even look like a pond. It's just white with pollen.
Yep. Terrible.
Terrible. Anyways, what did you think of the girl in
I liked it. I
103?
liked it a lot. Do you think that he drowned her?
I think he had an obsession with her, and did drown her but I think he was probably in there with her for a while to like scratch her name in a million times and like find her in the bathtub. And he was starting that with her.
Yeah, I think this girl's next. This other girl. It's his new obsession.
Definitely.
I like it. I mean,
we have another one.
Okay.
No, I hate it, but we like it. Okay, we have another one titled The Red Eye Watcher. They say you only see it right before something terrible happens. I grew up in a tiny logging town tucked into the woods of northern Ontario, the kind of place where your phone gets 1 bar, if you're lucky, and everyone knows your sins by Sunday. When I was just 17, my friend Lucas went missing. The search parties never found anything, just his abandoned truck near the quarry and tire tracks that ended too suddenly. It was as if he vanished into the trees.
The night before he disappeared, Lucas called me, whispering like he didn't want to wake something up.
There's something outside my window. It's huge. Wings, red eyes. It just keeps staring.
I thought he was high. I told him to go to sleep. Now, I wish I'd listened.
For years after, people reported seeing a man with wings in the forest, always at night, always silent, and always followed by death. A freak logging accident, a house fire, a car full of teenagers plunging into the lake.
They called it the Red-Eyed Watcher. Never on the news, never in the papers, but we all talked about it in low voices after dark. I left town for college, moved on, tried to forget, but then I got the call.
My mother was dead. Carbon monoxide leak. They found her sitting at the kitchen table like she was waiting for something. Her tea was still warm.
When I got back to the house to deal with her things, it was like time had frozen. Her coat was still on the hook, her boots by the door. The weird part was the windows. Every single one had been covered in duct tape and black garbage bags from the inside. She was trying to block something out, or keep something in.
I found her journal, tucked behind the furnace. The last entry dated 2 days before she died, and it simply read, "It's back. I saw it in the trees. It hasn't aged a day. It knows I know."
That night, I couldn't sleep. The wind screamed through the trees and the power flickered in and out. And at around 3 a.m., I saw something move in the field behind our house.
It was tall, too tall and wide, and it had wings that folded in. It moved with this jerky, unnatural grace, and I swear the grass didn't move beneath it. It glided like fog.
And then it stopped and turned. 2 glowing red eyes blinked open in the dark. I couldn't breathe.
Then the power went out. The lights died. My phone's screen went black, and the sudden silence. I heard something scrape across the window glass.
Not knocking, just dragging. I don't remember going to sleep. I don't remember anything after that. I'm writing this from my motel room in a town 2 hours away. I don't know if I had left in the middle of the night or if it let me go.
But I saw a news alert this morning. The house burned down. No cause, no survivors. I didn't tell them no one lived there anymore. At least, no one human.
Dun dun dun!
Dun, dun, dun. That sounds like the Mothman.
It does. Sounds very Mothman-y.
Very moth mookie manny moo.
Very Mothman-y.
We have to have my dad on to talk about his Mothman. He still doesn't like to talk about it.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Brought it up the other day because like I've been there a lot because my dad had surgery, so it's been a time. But he had his knee replaced, and I was like, "Hey, do you remember that?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well, remember how you came on the podcast? We talked about it." He's like, "Yeah, I know. All right, so what's up? Why are you here?" I'm like, "You don't want to talk about it?" No, I don't.
Interesting. I was gonna say maybe we should. You probably covered the Mothman and then talked to your dad. Then yeah.
Yeah, but like this was like 7 years ago or like 5 years ago. We could totally do that.
People want us to cover stuff like that.
Yeah, they do. And it's crazy. Like, I love the Mothman. I have the Mothman shirt. I literally almost had a Mothman tattoo. But I just found it so interesting because my dad, he saw it and it shook him so bad. He didn't talk about it for 5 months after it happened.
It's crazy.
Like, he didn't. He was like, it was too disturbing and he was waiting for something to happen. But he said he'd never felt that scared in his entire life. And like, my dad's a big Hungarian man. Like, it doesn't, like, nothing scares my dad. And he was unsettled. Weird. Dude, he didn't believe in ghosts or anything. Like, he's never been that. And like, he'll never forget. Like, he talks about it because he doesn't like to talk about that stuff. And he'll be like, I'll never forget. We knew as soon as your mom was pregnant, weird stuff started to happen, which was weird, right? That she's pregnant with me. But it was at the same time they moved into that house. And then weird things started to happen. Like, they'd see these flashes of light at the top of the stairs and all this stuff. And he had me as a newborn. And I was like, I don't know, 4 months old or something. And he was holding me, pretty much doing that. But no, I looked up and I was like going like this and I was watching something because we have one of those entranceways where you walk in and it goes like 40 feet up, huge chandelier kind of thing. And he looks up and there is a literal actual, what you would think of an orb, bouncing off the walls up there, and I'm following it. My dad was like, "Oh,
what
this,
dude?"
And he said, ever since I was born, everything changed. His whole belief system changed. The way that I had invisible friends, the way I would talk to people and talk about people that have been dead for years that I never met. 3 years old, having a conversation with a relative that I've never even heard their name or seen a picture of. He's like,
weird.
That was.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, if my kid just started doing that, I'd be like, "What dope? I don't even know."
I'm so scared about that.
Invite you over, talk to them about it.
Dude, I did a Q&A and that was the main question. Is like, what are you going to do if your kid was born like with the gift that you have? And I'm like, I don't want, like, man, I don't know. I don't want to nurture it, but at the same time, it's such a unique gift. But I just want to like be like, nothing can hurt you. Because that's what my mom used to say. She's like, nothing can hurt you.
I would just make sure, they're not scared.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I have so much fear behind this baby and just all this stuff.
Oh, it'll be great. It'll be great.
Don't see demon. If this kid comes in and is like, Mom, there's a man in my bedroom, I'll be like, don't say that. I'm not checking. Get into bed.
You just gaslight your kid the whole time. You didn't see that.
You didn't see anything.
You're stupid. Go back to your room.
Go back. And he just goes back and there's just a man in the corner like, want to wear my top hat?
And you're like,
get out of the bedroom. Leave my child alone.
Idiot. It'll be fine.
Yeah. It'll be fine.
It'll be just all right.
It's going to be cool. Okay. We have another one. It's called Don't Follow the Crying.
Ooh, this is not good mother advice for you.
No. You know, my brother told me the other day, he's like, you know how people like let kids cry it out? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, do you know why they stop crying? And I'm like, why? And he's like, because they've decided that they've been abandoned. They think they've been abandoned and no one's going to come. And I was like,
oh,
that
says a lot about me as a child who was left to cry all the time. Definitely have abandonment issues.
Yeah.
That was like, I don't know if your parents were the same, but that was a very big thing for everyone I knew that had kids. Like when my parents, like they just let us cry it out.
Yeah, no,
like,
same. Like go to bed. It's bedtime. And I'd cry for like 4 hours. And
oh yeah. They're like, nah, you'll figure it out. But I did end up fine. So I don't know what the right thing is, you know? I don't know.
Well, I feel like if you give in all the time, they know you're going to give in and then they'll get whatever they want. Like there's a delicate balance.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
But then there's also the fact that it is extremely healthy for your baby to have like as much contact with you as possible because they feel loved.
There's no right answer.
I don't know. I can't even begin to go into that. Anyway, don't follow the crying.
Nope.
They don't see me at first. Not when they push through the tree line, drunk on thrill and cheap vodka. Not when they step over the rustled gate or shine their phones toward the crumbling roof of the McNally house, laughing nervously like their courage might shatter if anyone goes too quiet. But I see them. I feel them.
They always come in groups, like deer at the edge of a wolf's den, daring each other to go further. Just one more step into the dark. One more creaking floorboard. One more door opened. That was better left shut. They don't know this place is hungry, and I am the one who feeds it.
It wasn't always like this. I was a girl once. My name is hard to remember now, but I think it was Lila. Or maybe Lily? I had some yellow rain boots and a doll with no eyes. I remember the smell of blood before I ever knew what it meant. I remember his breath, sour, close. The man who lived here didn't speak much. He only smiled. He told me to be quiet. So I was.
Even after the screaming stopped, even after he buried me under the floorboards of the west bedroom, the one with the peeling rose wallpaper and the mirror with no reflection.
I don't know how long it was before I could move again, but I know he never left. Not really. His body rotted, but his shadow stayed. He's still in the walls, watching through the cracks, listening from the rot. And he's always hungry. That's where I come in.
At first, I didn't mean to do it. I just wanted someone to know I was here. I whispered. I tugged at jackets. I cried when the wind blew through the broken windows. And they came.
The first group were boys from the high school. One of them had a camera. Said he wanted to catch a ghost for views. He did. Just not the one he expected. He followed my voice up the stairs. He thought the crying was funny. Until he reached the door and the mirror cracked on its own. He screamed, but not for long. The others ran. They always run. Except one. One always stays behind.
Last week, it was Maddie. Brown hair, shaky flashlight. She kept saying she felt off. Said it was cold even though it was June. I led her upstairs gently, hoping that maybe this time it would be different. She saw the room and whispered, "This must have been a little girl's room." My room.
I reached for her, wanting to warn her, to make her run, but the man in the walls was already there. He slipped out from behind the closet like fog with teeth. Maddie froze. She didn't scream. She couldn't. He doesn't let them.
She sank to the floor like the house was drinking her in. Her flashlight rolled towards the bed. It kept flashing for a few seconds after she was gone. I tried to help her. I always try.
But it's not enough. He's too strong when he's hungry, and he's always hungry. The house settles deeper every time he feeds. The walls sigh like full lungs, and I weep inside them. And still, they come.
They think it's just a story. Something to make out to, something to film for TikTok. They see a haunted house. They don't see the trap until it's too late.
Another group is coming tonight. I can hear their music playing through the trees. One of them is already talking about finding the crying girl ghost. They think it's funny. One of them will believe. That's all it takes. Just one.
I'll cry again, softly, from upstairs. I'll leave muddy footprints across the floor. I'll tap on the glass just loud enough for the curious ones to turn around. I'll lead them to the room because I have to. Because I don't want to be alone anymore.
But more than that, I don't want him to be alone. He gets angry when he's alone. And if you're reading this, carved into the wall or scribbled into a torn notebook left behind, please listen to me. Don't follow the crying.
Don't open the bedroom door.
Don't look into the mirror.
And whatever you do, don't stay behind. I like that one. That one's cool.
It was good. I like the way it was written. It's just like really short and
the house
cool.
with lungs and
yeah, no, I really like that. I like how it was like Monster House. That movie scared me as a kid.
Oh, that did as a kid, and it literally was like that was like the kids' horror movie, and it was like, what the
yeah, I like the animation of that movie too. It was really creepy and weird.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that a lot. It's very creepy. Very creepy.
Baby.
I
if
like
you were
that.
a ghost, how long would you want to stay back for people before you go off to the next realm?
Couple 100 years. Eternity's waiting, babe. Eternity's waiting. I might as well have fun. I'd travel. I'd go see different people, go mess with some famous people, go mess with my enemies, go mess with my husband or whatever. And, I just have a really good time.
TV as a ghost?
Yeah. Yeah. Eat some cake. I don't know. Can I eat as a ghost? Is that a thing?
Not in most of the shows. That's all I'd want to do. I'd be the fattest ghost. Then I'd be on a show. It'd be a reality show. It'd be my 1,000-pound ghost. There's a lot going on. Okay, we've been spooky. Now I'm going to get a little weird with you.
Love it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather have a stranger lick your forehead once a day forever?
Okay.
Or have to scream, "I'm full of bees," every time you walk through a doorway?
Stranger lick my forehead. I would prefer that because I'm an introvert. I don't like to mess with the public, like to annoy people in the public, and I feel like that would. So I'd rather just take the L.
Because the doorways are a lot. Like, think of every time you go into a bathroom, every time you walk out of your bedroom.
You could walk. Imagine walking through one of those foyers with a door that walks past into another door. You seem crazy.
You're like going to your mom's funeral and you just walk and you're like, "I'm full of bees."
Exactly.
Yeah, that'd be mortifying.
Exactly. So
not good.
Lick my forehead. It's fine.
Okay. Would you rather fight for your life once a year against a aggressive 5-year-old with a knife, or every single day you have to fight a chicken in your car before you drive anywhere?
Do they both end in death? Like, do I need to kill a kid or
no?
Kill
I
a
think
chicken?
you just have a fight. You just got to get him to
so
back
I just
off.
have to beat the out of a kid or beat the fuck out of a chicken.
It sounds like you really want to beat a kid.
Well, it's less work. I mean, every day. Well, no, to be fair, wait, is it every day, the chicken?
It's every time you drive somewhere.
Okay, I don't drive that often. Like, honestly, I don't. And if it is, Caleb's driving. So I'll beat the chicken. But I think I could take a 5-year-old with a knife. I could probably take 10.
Yeah, I would do the kid.
Caleb and I literally just had this conversation, which is, don't ask.
That's so weird.
But we both asked, like how many, I think it was 10 year. No, I think it was like 6-year-olds. He's like, how many 6-year-olds do you think you could take? Like, if they're trying to really beat you and stuff. And they had like bats. And I was like, I don't think I can do more than 10.
What?
6-year-olds?
You kung fu fighter? 2. I could take 3.
Roundhouse kick them.
Just
I wouldn't want to, by the way. That would break my heart. I would never want to do that. But if it was for my life and they were murderous little assholes,
okay,
bet your bottom dollar I'd be throat punching some toddlers,
buddy.
Okay.
Okay, well, you're gonna like this one. You're gonna have to ask Caleb what he would do in this one, right?
Okay.
Would you rather poop once a week, but it's the size of a toddler, or poop every 90 minutes, but it's just a Tic Tac?
Oh. Size of a toddler?
Once a week, or every 90 minutes, but it's a Tic Tac. It's a Tic Tac.
I prefer not to rip my asshole open. I'd rather
stretches.
poop every...
They say that your ass can stretch to like that.
I'd rather poop every 90 minutes.
I already do, so that's what I would do.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas I'm the latter. I'm literally like pooping every 3 days, and it's like forearm length.
Dude, I had to be quite honest with you. I had quite an experience. So I weigh myself when I wake up, which is not healthy, but I do that. Weigh myself when I wake up. Then I made a breakfast of a special gut probiotic yogurt because I had food poisoning. I'm trying to build up my flora.
Right.
Put a bunch of hemp hearts on it and strawberries. Ate that. Oh. Then had 3 different detox shots, like one ginger one elderberry, one this. I'm going to be quite honest with you. I went to the washroom. I literally snapped you. You probably remember this. I went to the bathroom 9 times before noon. Decided I have to weigh myself. Lost 6 pounds.
Of course you did. You poisoned yourself.
Yeah, and then I had to take Molly to her like cancer checkup. Had the worst indigestion of my life. I'm like, I don't ever leave my dog in the car ever, but I like pulled right up to the gas station. I went in, I'm like, what do you have for heartburn? I'm dying. It was horrible. It was horrible. But yeah. And then I literally like went on ChatGPT and I'm like, I have GERD and this is what I ate this morning. And they literally said, they're like, that's like going into an oil slick with a lit match.
Exactly.
I'm so empty. There's nothing empty.
I bet you're just floating.
God. Oh, I feel
You've
like
been hovering this whole time.
Bro, I'm not well. I'm not well. Okay, this is great. A lot of these are children related. I love this. Would you rather only be able to whisper your deepest secrets to children in Walmart or yell them at funerals?
Oh, I'd love to whisper them into children's ears. They'd be like,
Same.
Mom?
Something's wrong with this woman.
I love an excuse to go to Walmart.
There you go. Okay. That's hilarious. All right. Would you rather have a full loud orgasm every time someone says your name? Or every time you sneeze, you have to shout, "Oh, yes, daddy, right there."
I sneeze so much. Like, my allergies are so bad. I sneeze about, like, on average, every single day, I probably sneeze at least 20 to 30 times. So my name is okay because I'm gonna say it's my full name, Christina. I'm the only person that says that. Well, it's Caleb, but also my family, I guess, call me that.
I call you Christina too.
You do, yeah.
Well, do you imagine someone in public goes like, you're in Hobby Lobby and they're like, Christina, and you're like,
I could have a silent one. I could just be like, you know, like you do.
And then you just go, they say it and you're like, thank you.
Thank you so much.
So what do you choose? You choose the name? Okay. Would you rather get one free pass to slap any person on earth, no consequences, or be able to make anyone instantly pee a little bit with your mind? I do the pee one.
I would too, because there might be situations in which I need somebody to be a little distracted. Like, because you know, when you do that, sometimes you're like, oh, whoop, and you look down. Like, there's something where I'd be like, I need that person to be distracted, or I just don't like that person, or it's just like, it should be fun. Because it's harmless.
Yeah, it would be kind of fun.
It's harmless.
Pee a little bit. I like that. Okay. Mm-hmm. Would you rather have Edward Scissorhands' fingers for one full day every month, or constantly hear Despacito playing faintly from inside your walls?
I would love to be Edward Scissorhands. I was a hairdresser. That sounds awesome.
Okay, cool.
That'd be great. And I could trim my bushes.
That's not where my mind went.
You knew exactly what I meant.
Oh my God, I love it. Okay. Would you rather always smell like gas station hot dogs or have the theme song from the Wiggles play every time you pee?
Oh, that sounds kind of fun.
Yeah.
That sounds nice. Yeah, I like that. That'd be fun.
I'm taking Wiggles too.
I'd be like, whatever. I don't even know what the theme song is.
I don't even know it either, but it's probably good.
It's probably good.
Would you rather find a fully cooked rotisserie chicken under your pillow every night, or once a year you wake up with a human tooth in your hand and you don't remember how you got it?
Wait, what was the first one? You find it or you fight it?
No, you find a rotisserie chicken.
Oh, I would like a snack. I love rotisserie chicken. Give me a chicken.
All right, every night.
Yeah. Wouldn't you?
Okay. No, I'd rather wake up with a tooth.
Why?
Yeah. That's interesting to me. I don't have an answer. I'm just like,
that's fair. You don't need a reason.
Yeah,
just curious.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Last one. Me literally don't even know this. I just popped a tit out. Okay. Would you rather have a phone that only sends text in Comic Sans? Okay. Or a voice that sounds like a haunted Victorian child?
Wait, like the phone is that?
No. So you either text that or your actual voice is like, hello. How are you, everyone?
I'd rather have the text. What? I don't want to sound like...
I want the Victorian child.
Please, sir. Could I have some more porridge, sir? Please. 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 All my 15,000 siblings have the plague. Please. And my mummy and poppy are cousins. And I have 3 arms or whatever.
Weren't they all incest and had a lot of issues or something way back when? Dude, I'm delirious. I got no sleep last night.
Dude, I slept for 4 hours and 12 minutes.
Did you? I honestly probably had around the same sleep. It was
I'm leaving
bad
this podcast, going for a family visit and going to bed immediately.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not visiting family, but yeah, I'm gonna work a little bit more and then I'm gonna go to sleep. I think.
No, just go to sleep, Christina. How long have you been at your desk today?
All day.
Go to sleep.
I can't. I have so much work.
I have so much work to do. I need to support my family. I have so many people to support in my family.
Oh,
I
fuck,
have
you
so
make me
many
cry.
siblings that are currently dying of the Black Plague.
We're unwell. We're unwell. Okay, this is a segment I'm really excited about, okay? And we got to know if you guys like it, all right? It's 2 truths and a lie, but this is Florida edition, all right? So I'm going to read Chris. The things that happen in Florida are insane, okay?
Dude, I have Florida stories, and I've only been there twice.
Dude, I have Florida stories, and I've exactly been there twice. Anyway,
I met Jamie Foxx there in a club.
Oh, I know this story.
I met Jamie Foxx in a club, and I sang,
She take my money and I need.
alongside him. And nobody
Wasn't
knows
amazing?
that. But now you know that.
Now the world knows. You guys don't even know the life Chris
And
has
he's
lived.
short. Yeah, I've lived
Is
a
he
whole
really?
other life. Pretty short.
How tall?
Maybe like an inch taller than me, maybe.
It's like 5'8".
Yeah, he's not that short, but shorter than you think, you know? You like watch him in Django, I'm like, whoa, he's like big. He's a big guy. No, not really.
It's not. That's it. You guys don't even know. Chris has lived such cool lives.
Yeah.
I got to be in there, but
I'm
I won't
cooler
tell you
than
anything.
I'm cooler than you think
Cool as fuck.
that I am. But it's secret.
Secret life. Okay. So these are taglines from the news. Okay. So I'm going to
Okay.
tell you 3 of them. You're going to tell me which one you think is a lie.
Okay, I'm excited.
A man in Tampa, Florida was arrested after throwing a live alligator through a Wendy's drive-through window because they forgot his fries.
Okay.
A woman in Jacksonville married a Ferris wheel named Bruce in a legal commitment ceremony at an abandoned fairground.
Okay.
A Florida man I know you already know. A Florida man tried to rob a gas station with an iguana duct taped to his hand and yelled, "Nobody move, he bites."
They're
Which
all
one's-
so plausible, man.
Which one's fake, bro?
The last one.
Correct.
Yes.
10 points
Yes.
to Gryffindor. Slytherin. Okay.
Slytherin. Okay, I'm loving this. This is great. Okay.
Next set. A topless Florida woman was arrested for riding a manatee and yelling, "Yeehaw, it's Florida law." A man broke into a zoo and tried to baptize a flamingo in the reptile pond. A guy high on bath salts broke into a stranger's home, made eggs, and then called the cops on himself for being too good at breakfast.
I hope that's real for everyone's sake. That sounds really, really funny. The first one maybe is a
It's
lie.
the flamingo baptism.
Oh, is the second
was
one?
the
Okay,
lie.
okay. That was
Yep.
pretty out there, but I wouldn't put it past him. I'm so glad the
woman-
bath salts one is real.
Yes, me too. Too good at breakfast. All right, last one.
Okay.
Ooh. A man stole a police car, got into another car chase, and then tried to trade the cop car for meth. A Florida woman was banned from Disney World for attempting to scatter her ex-husband's ashes on the Haunted Mansion ride.
I believe that.
A man sued the city of Orlando because a palm tree gave him bad vibes and caused spiritual damage.
Wait, what was the first one again?
The first one was the man who stole a police car and then got in a chase and tried to trade it for meth.
Oh my God.
So we got meth, haunted mansion, and suing over a palm tree.
It's all so plausible. I guess the last one.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
I knew she spread those ashes. That's amazing.
Dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
2 for 3. That's not bad. I passed.
Yeah. You did really good.
I know Florida pretty well.
Florida's crazy.
Florida's
Hawaii's pretty
crazy.
crazy too.
Hawaii?
Mm-hmm. Because I used to always watch Dog the Bounty Hunter. And I was like,
yeah, right.
the things that were always going down, man.
you
Where is he
been?
now? No.
Have you been to Hawaii? Oh, okay. I've never been. We should go.
We should go.
Maybe that should be our trip. Our
I
girls'
didn't know it was
trip.
in America. It's like a 14-hour flight or something.
It's on. No, never mind. It's too far.
Yeah.
It's
We
too
need
far.
to go somewhere together, please.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to go get our facials and hair thing. I still think about that.
Relax. An
Maybe we
actual relaxed trip. Could you imagine? I haven't gone on a vacation since 2014. 11 years ago.
Yeah, like a true one.
To actually just chill.
Where I didn't like work or like even the last trip I went on, that was technically like a missions trip. It was still a nice trip, but I technically was like working. I don't actually know. When was like the last trip I took? I don't know where the last trip I took when I wasn't working to some capacity.
Yeah.
So that would be nice.
That would be nice. I went to Williamsburg, Virginia in 2014.
Yeah, okay, that's cool.
And the hotel was free if we listened to a timeshare presentation. And when we didn't do the timeshare, that woman was mad.
Yep. Timeshare stuff.
She reminded me of the other mother from Coraline.
Oh, really? Damn, that's scary. Did she have button for eyes?
No, but that's the only part she was missing. But her eyes went black as hell, and we were like, I'm a child. I can't afford this.
I can't afford that.
2014, I have no money.
It's $3,000 a month. I can't afford it.
That's more than I make in 6 months.
Dude, yeah. The shit I'd do for like $10 back then. Shit.
Oh God. Oh, God.
Not like that, but you know.
No.
Anything for
I'd mow 3 lawns.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I always had like 3 businesses going on.
Yep.
Like lemonade stands, mowing lawns,
cleaning.
Yeah, I was cleaning a lot.
She was a hustler.
We were hustlers. Yeah, that's one thing that I would do with my kid is like try to instill in them hard work, but also to just enjoy their childhood because I didn't do that.
I want my kid to enjoy their childhood.
I didn't do that.
I had to grow up fast because my mom was sick. So
yeah, exactly. So I want to be able to give my kid that. Just be like, you know, like
be free.
Good work ethic, but also just go play. Because those are my best memories was like camping and playing outside and stuff.
Yep. Red Rover. What a nightmare. And that nightmare brings us to dun. Bedtime story.
Ooh. All right. I know we always do these at the end, but I never think about it until we are here. Until we are here. I think it's good. I think we go into a blind. I think so too. Okay. Well, I guess let's just go with it. Let's just do it.
Who's starting?
You start.
Me? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was gonna name this person Holly Madison, but isn't that like that cheating app? Oh, that's Ashley Madison. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I almost said Sarah Parker. Okay, here we go. Grace had gotten in a fight with her parents when she decided to run away.
She grabbed a little purse and she grabbed her belongings, which wasn't much because her parents weren't really well off.
They had never treated her like their daughter. They had just always treated her like a nuisance.
And that might have been because a year previous, she had a brother, but something had happened to him.
He too had gotten in a fight with the parents and decided to just leave.
And Grace was always puzzled and frustrated with this because she loved her brother and she always wanted to know where he went. So this fight just gave her an excuse to go find him.
They had always made a pact that no matter what happened in life, they would always find each other again.
So she grabbed her bag and she headed out the front door late at night after her parents had gone to bed.
They lived in the country, and the house was surrounded in acres and hundreds of acres of cornfields.
Now, Grace had spent most of her life running through these cornfields, and she knew them at the back of her hand, so she didn't think that she could ever get lost. But this time, it was different.
She had sprinted through, corn lashing at her arms and legs. It had been hours.
She stopped to catch her breath for a moment and realized she didn't know where she was in the cornfield, and she was too small to jump and see where she was either. So what was she to do?
She was panting so hard that she at first almost didn't hear it. A hum, something electrical, was above her, coming closer.
So she looked up and she saw it. It was glowing. Like blue, but purple, but also green. It didn't seem to have a color. It just illuminated.
It came closer, gliding down towards her when she noticed the enormity of it. And then a pillar of light shot down into the corn.
It surrounded her, and she felt a slight squeeze against her body. Not too much, but like a warm hug that you would get from a relative you haven't seen in a long time. And as she felt this, she realized she couldn't get out of it, and that's when her feet started to lift off the ground.
The lights that surrounded her kept alternating. She wondered if this was a helicopter when it all hit her. This had to be aliens.
So petrified in fear and, quite honestly, not able to move, she just stood there, stood on nothing. She was just floating. And before she knew it, she could now see over the cornfields.
She was frantic now. She dropped her backpack, the only thing she owned, on the ground as she went up. She looked above herself to see where the light was coming from, and she could see multiple heads gazing down at her.
3 of them she didn't really recognize. She couldn't make out who they were or what they were, but there was one head that she thought looked pretty familiar.
She rubbed her eyes. It couldn't be true. This couldn't be who she thought it was. But as she got closer, she saw him.
Her brother. Her brother that had been missing for an entire year was standing in what she thought could only be a spaceship. And these other 3 things seemed to be friends with him.
She reached her arms up towards him as he reached down towards her, and their hands grasped, and bam, she was now inside.
And that's when she realized that hugging feeling hadn't left, because she was now strapped to a table.
And her brother said, "There's a lot of ways this could go right now. I'm trying not to take it that way." Don't worry. We're not going to probe you.
And she said, "Thank you, stepbro." Come on, man. That was good. That was funny. It was a little lighter, but it's still scary, but then it did funny.
But then it was cute, and she got her brother back.
Cute. And it was fun.
That was funny. That was
good. I like where
we're going somewhere.
I liked where it went.
Yeah.
I was going to take it to a darker place, but then you went funny, so I went funny.
Well, bro, I was like, oh, I'm like, we're going to vaccinate you? I don't want to go there. Oh, no. We're going to probe you? I don't think we should go there either. Her brother's there. And then I was like, I'll say, we're not going to. And then Chris maybe will say, like, we're going to wipe Earth off you. And I'm like, then we'll be somewhere.
Yeah, I think it was a great ending.
And if anybody wants to know what happened, they went off to a planet where the brothers and sisters could be happy together with non-shitty parents.
Exactly.
My goodness. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed our freaking bedtime story. So you better go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Go to
sleep, you little bedbug insomniac. Just kidding.
We love you. We love you so much. And
right.
see you soon. Probably, maybe, because we're going to be all over America.
Yeah, for our movie, House on Eden. Go watch it. I don't know when this is coming out. Bye.